Tip number 51, the impulse. So, in the beginning of my courses, and this is the beginning of level 1, screen acting, technical course, I have always done an exercise, and I did it for 20, or actually maybe even for 30 years, because I started teaching this when I first started teaching many years ago. When I first left drama school, and I trained with a wonderful acting teacher, director and actor who was teaching really around the emotional impulse. Now, everything that I stand for, everything that I love is around expression, emotional expression. As you probably realize, New Zealand and England as well, but both New Zealand and England and some possibly parts of the rest of the world as well, I'm not saying that it's exclusive, but we tend to be fairly repressed. So people don't tend to say what they truly feel. Now this just does happen to be a little bit of a New Zealand thing, quite a New Zealand thing. So the impulse is around, the objective of the impulse is for the student to discover and to digest and connect with their own point of view. Now if you don't have a point of view as an actor, well, there's no such thing as a beige actor, because parts are not written in a beige way. Parts are written in archetypes, and they're written in with a strong point of view, for a strong reason for where they are within the story. So, the impulse is a very important exercise. It's an exercise that I personally love. Sometimes these are my favorite classes that I teach in the level 1. I do teach other technical courses where we don't do this, but the reason why I've always taught it is because a person, an actor's emotional impulse, or any of us' emotional truth is incredibly powerful. So what the emotional impulse is, it's a situation that happened in your life, and it's a situation where you felt the emotional impulse to respond. It may be with anger, like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And actually really respond. It could even be a situation where you feel you want to tell someone you love them, and you feel the emotional impulse, yet you feel blocked here and nothing comes out. You don't express it. So emotional impulse is your feeling impulse to express. It is healthy for us to express our feelings, to express our impulses. So the emotional impulse, a situation that happened to you where you're going to play yourself, and the first take 1, you direct other actors in the group to play the people that were in this scene from your life. And it may be from your childhood, it may be from recent events, maybe in a shop, for example, where somebody was rude to you and you went to respond, don't be rude to me, don't speak to me like that, you know, or whatever your impulse was, you sat on it and didn't say anything. So take 1 is the impulse, the situation as it happened, you play yourself. You reenact the whole situation. So you get chance to direct the other actors in the scene from your own passion, from your own experience, and tell them how the other people, say it was your brother, what did your brother say, loosely what words were spoken. And also you're then going to be acting out how you responded and how you just sat on your emotions. No, that's fine. No, I'm cool. I'm really cool with that. No, I'm cool when you're not cool at all. We've become very good at acting, haven't we? I mean, we act in everyday life. We act cool. We act together. We act in control. Do we always feel that? No. There's a subtext. There's often a voice in the head that wants to go, fuck! This situation is I just want to scream, or whatever's really going on. But we don't do it. We sit on these emotions and they get locked in the body and become cancer, or become hatred and bitterness, which is very bad for us and very bad for our general sense of well-being. So the take 1 is the situation as it happened, and then we film the situation as in what you wanted to express. So you get total creative license on the take two. And it's really amazing because we don't rehearse the take two, but the take two is often so unpredictable, and it can be massive. It can be a massive emotional cathartic, or it can be just a few words of truth that are really powerful that you never said. So for example, scenes where somebody's told their grandmother or somebody else who's just died that they love them before they died. They went for that visit that they didn't go for. And it's so moving because at a very early stage during your training on screen, you get to connect with your emotional truth, and you get to feel how powerful that is. You're not thinking about anything technical. You're not worried about where the camera is or anything external. You're just literally in your emotional truth. So the emotional impulse, what it does is it grounds a group. So the whole group, now we now know all the naked truth about each other. We know our unraveled, all over the place, reactive selves, and how interesting that is, and how vulnerability is so interesting, and how we're so obsessed with being together, being right, having this image to the world. But what's really interesting is your inner process, what's really going on, your point of view, your feelings. That's the emotional impulse. It's not meant to be intimidating. I don't do it on short courses. Short technical courses are the only courses that I'm really teaching at the moment. And then the showreel courses. Thank you.